Could you? Jen, you talk a lot about psychic energies. Can you
Psychic streams of energy?
psychic streams of energy? Can you explain what you mean by that?
Rodney wants tasty treats. So what happens in the world is there's a byproduct to the drama that we have. People are conditioned to think in absolutes like solid matter, facts, cause and effect, emotions. But everything we are is energy. We're permeating in an energy. It's just like solid matter is a different vibratory rate than the air. And so when we have a lot of drama or anger or are commiserating over illness, there's a byproduct to there. There's a psychic energy that's emitted. That's why it's not enjoyable to be around an angry person. Or it's hard to be around someone who's always sad, because they're emitting different vibrations of energy that are affecting us. It's emitted like a cloud or smoke, and it collects in the air. And when you have more people having the same thoughts or feelings about something or commiserating, they create so much of this byproduct of this psychic energy that it becomes like a jet stream. And it's just like swimming in the ocean. These jet streams are out there as currents that we can be pulled into. And so there's power factions in the world that enjoy these psychic streams of energy because they help them with their agendas. So what they do is they create fear in the world, or they create anguish, like we're seeing created right now. That anguish is used as fuel. That psychic energy that's emitted from pain or anguish collects in these psychic streams, and then they can be harvested and used for those in power to control the masses. And so they use fear and they use anguish to make us feel helpless and to drive us to emit more anguish and more fear. And that's the way control is created. So what they do is they take people who are peaceful and they start pitting them against each other. And then the hate that goes back and forth, and the drama and the frustration and the indignation is a byproduct that they can use on both sides. That's why the bots and the trolling social media is putting out ads on both sides. It's not about having a victor. It's about keeping people in a them versus us mode. Because when you're like throwing hate at the other side, both sides are throwing hate at each other, you're both creating this psychic stream of energy and adding to it, which helps those in control use it. They're actually using your energy for fuel. So if you're still reacting to what's happening in the media without a productive cause of action, like just complaining about it or turning away from it, you're contributing to the psychic streams of energy. Now, a huge psychic stream of energy is apathy. So it becomes so horrible that you turn away and say, I just can't look at it. Well, that's great. But it's created these heavy, thick layers of apathy where nobody can move. Everybody's pinned down in apathy. And then there's psychic streams of energy of anger that are so toxic that being in those just breaks down the physical body. And we're being manipulated back and forth by power mongers, people who understand the dynamics of energy. Not too many people understand the dynamics of energy. Luckily, I do. I've been alone most of my life, so I perceive like nature. Nature perceives an energy. That's why dogs, they don't smell fear. Bees don't smell fear. They don't smell fear. They see it. I can see a lie. I can see when people are emitting this psychic energy. I can avoid it. I can strip layers off people. You've watched me. What I do in my work, and you've seen this, is, and in the group sessions and the retreats and the books, is I teach people how to strip the psychic streams of energy off of themselves and those they love and even the whole world. I know how to do it. I've demonstrated it by changing people's lives. And then I guess I figured back when I was just thinking about things, if I can do this for one person, why can't I do it for 7 billion? Well, apparently you can. And part of it is not about, it's not about controlling them, because people are so savvy, they would know when someone's trying to control them. It's about teaching them not to be controlled. And those psychic streams of energy have energy. They're made of energy. Every group dynamic, every structure that's on the planet is formulated by the energy of the people who put their intentions into it. So in the energetic cleanse that I provide in the other protocols of the tapping, what I'm teaching people to do is take back their energy from these psychic streams of energy, to strip them down. And you've watched them be dissipated, right?
Yeah.
I mean, isn't it kind of amazing?
Yeah.
So when more and more people are stripping down the psychic streams of energy, then the power mongers don't have that control anymore. But their energy is going somewhere. Why does it look like you're rolling something right? So the tabs that I provide are stripping down that psychic energy. And where does it go? It dissipates. It can convert back into neutral energy. Or if people are missing an aspect of themselves that they've given up to these archaic groups, they can actually retrieve their energy. Because people have been enslaved to these groups because they gave their energy to it. You see it all the time. I'd give my whole life for them. My family is everything. Well, your family in this lifetime wasn't your family in every lifetime. So if you give everything to this family, and then in the next lifetime you have a different family, then you don't have everything for this family because you gave it to everything to that family. Or if you have a past lover that you gave everything to, I would do anything for you, I would live or die for you. And then you break up and you see them in this lifetime, and they show up as a stalker or something because you gave them that devotion. So in the energetic cleanse, we release all those old vows and all those old agreements and all those old dynamics and habitual behavior with that person. I mean, you've seen it, right? Don't you feel freer?
Yeah. I mean, I've definitely seen it.
I mean, you used to be, in past lifetimes, you've given your lifetime to the dynamic of soldiering, right?
Yeah.
And so, how is it to be free of all that?
Yeah, I feel like I can make choices now, and I can be more free to do, help others and tune in and to be centered.
But you thought that as a soldier too. I think the big thing with you is you seem more comfortable in your skin. I mean, you're not 1,000% there yet, but you definitely come across more attractive and more girly than you ever have.
Yeah, I'm not running from the moment as much.
What does that mean, running from the moment?
Not being here. Not
Like being in your
opening-
head?
Yeah, being in your head, I guess, yeah.
So the thing is, I call you on that because you hear people who do energy work. I mean, what I'm trying to do here is mainstream things. And then you hear the catchphrase, being in the moment, and most people don't know what that means. But in time and space, the moment is eternity. The moment is beyond eternity. It's wholeness. And so when you're thinking about the past, you're not in the moment, so you're limited. When you're worried about the future, you're not in the moment, so you're limited. But when you're totally in the moment, that moment expands and is timeless. Think of a time when you were like so enjoying yourself that you just lost track of time and didn't care about anything, where you had to be or whatever. So the goal of doing the energetic cleanse and the taps that I share is to strip away all those things that prevent us from being in the moment so you can live your whole life and that wonderful joy of being in the moment, not worrying about the past and lamenting the past, or not worrying about, what's going to become of you. So many people worry about money and the future and whatever. What are you thinking? It looks like you're getting sad.
No.
Okay. So many people worry about that. They don't understand that they're enslaving themselves in a reality that doesn't exist. Because if you think of it, you're fine right now in the moment. This is what the ancient ones have taught me when I was very young and worried. You're perfectly fine right now. You're warm enough, you're fed enough, you're clothed, nobody's yelling at you, nobody's demeaning you. Right in this moment, you're fine. Well, obviously, in the past, you must have gotten through every moment where you felt like you were threatened. Because you showed up in this moment and you're absolutely whole. So since you were able to get through all your past lifetimes and moments and get to this moment and be so completely whole in this moment, then that means you can trust to be whole in the next moment. Because you don't have to worry about anything else but the next moment. Do you see does that resonate? So, if you can just stay in the moment and not do anything that your inner compass isn't telling you to do until